Welcome to A Better Chance for Youth television show with your host, Monique Robinson, where we highlight, celebrate, and recognize students from all over the country who are doing great things in the classroom, community, and athletics. Every student deserves an opportunity for hope and a future. So let's celebrate our students, the next generation of teachers, engineers, entrepreneurs, and future leaders. Join us on another incredible segment of A Better Chance for Youth show with your host, Monique Robinson.
Hello, and hello, everybody. Today is a special day. Yes, I have on my green and gold, so you know what that means. Happy Black History Month. Today is February 1st. And if you are following the Walking HBCU Board, you know that today is Wilberforce Day. I might not have a shirt for everybody, but I will respect and give you a shout out in the colors. So because it is Wilberforce Day, February 1st on the Walking Billboard, we have a unique special guest today. So, you know, I love my school and I like to promote every positive, exciting thing that is happening on Wilberforce University campus. So I had to reach out for some reinforcements. And today we have a special guest from Wilberforce University. So I'm going to bring our guest on and he is going to tell you his unique job at Wilberforce University. So let's welcome to the show, Mr. Burrell. How you doing today, Mr. Burrell?
I am doing just great.
Awesome. How's that Ohio weather treating you?
It is unique. I've been here 3 years and I still haven't fully adjusted. Today is 50 degrees. 2 days ago, it was like 29 degrees.
I believe it. Snow on the ground too.
Right. So
truly the only place you can have all 4 seasons in one day.
Correct. That is correct.
Awesome. I'm excited to have you on today because, you know, Wilberforce is my alma mater, my parents' alma mater, and my aunt's also. I'm a legacy Wilberforce child or adult, however you want to get it. So, what is your unique job that you do at Wilberforce University?
Well, my unique job is I am the executive director of admissions. And not only that, but I'm also the manager of the bookstore. So as the executive director of admissions, I am responsible for recruiting, coming up with creative ways for convincing students, parents, and community that Wilberforce, the first private HBCU, is the place for them. On top of that, we have also engaged where we have received our certification for international students. So now I'm also in charge of international recruitment. We actually have our first international student on this year. He just arrived in January, and he's from Cote d'Ivoire. And in addition to that, I run the university bookstore, which we just opened October 27th. Many of our items, all of our items are online that you can go online to see, and we have some custom orders as well where you can actually personalize and add your name, your graduation year, your line name, your chapter name, or whatever onto some of our custom items.
Wow. So that's a big responsibility. I was thinking you're going to say something small. That's like, wow, both ends of the spectrum. One, the bookstore is important. I always, keep a Wilberforce shirt or a pennant or something, of some sort. And, sometimes because we have family members that in my house graduated from Wilberforce, when I go home, some of those things don't make it back with me, but take it for the team.
We do have a Wilberforce mom shirt, a Wilberforce dad shirt. We have a Wilberforce parent that's on the way.
Oh, wow. I love it. So
now, one thing that's unique about our bookstore, we have some Woo Chucks. and we have some wool Crocs.
I need those.
And we also have some wool Air Force Ones.
Do you? I need to go on the bookstore and like. Do you? He said woodchucks. I've seen those. Didn't see the Wilberforce Air Force Ones yet. That's something new. And then you said Crocs. I'm not a Crocs fan. I see a lot of people wearing them. I'm scared that I might like them too much, and then I won't wear any other shoes. So.
Well, we got the bulldog gibbet to go on the Croc as well.
Oh wow. So where exactly is the bookstore? I'm telling you, when I went to Wilberforce, the bookstore was next door to the music building, which was in front of Wright Hall.
The bookstore now is in the Allen Commons, the student center, also where the cafeteria is located. Depending on which way you come in, is towards the back.
Okay.
For those that are really familiar with the Allen Commons, it's right in front of where the chapel used to be.
Oh. Oh wow. So that is extremely exciting. That is something that coming up Don Dance and different events where alum come on campus, I know they would be extremely excited to see some of these items. Are the items in stock at the bookstore? Or you got to do like a pre-order?
Some items are in stock and some are pre-order. We're getting ready to stock to get ready to sell during Don Dance. But the customized things, if you want to have them by Don Dance, get your Don Dance gear, you need to place your order before February 15th.
Awesome. Y'all hear that? You coming down in, I believe it's March 22nd, 23rd, that weekend?
Yes.
See, I pay attention. You better get that order in because then you'll be upset because you won't have any unique gear for that weekend. So what is it like being in admissions? I know you encounter so many different unique things. You deal with parents, you deal with scholars before they come on the yard, and then you probably engage a lot with alumni like myself that represent the university. Like I'm in Texas, I'm not in Ohio, but I do talk about Wilberforce all the time.
Being in admissions is exciting. I've been doing it for 31 years now. I've worked at 10 different HBCUs. So it's exciting. The students keep me abreast and I try to stay up to date with all of the things that they do. We use a lot of technology now. In the past, students used to receive hard copy letters of acceptance. Now, what happens is almost everything that we do is electronic, emails or text messages, and students have portals where they can go and get their copy of their acceptance letters if they needed to download them, scholarships. It's real exciting within collegiate admissions because I always say no day is the same because you never know what parent you may come in contact, what student, what alumni, what community person you may engage with. So it's always something different when you're working in college admissions. And we always have to be on our toes and keep up abreast of what's going on campus. For example, our new president, Dr. Van Newkirk, who started officially July 1, we have started an honors college. We're breaking ground for a new dormitory. We're planning on a new Starbucks coming on campus. We just announced that we are having a new women's volleyball and women's soccer program that will be starting this fall.
Wow. That's a lot. Now you said Starbucks, you had back that up.
Yes. We're working on getting a Starburst in the store.
Wow. So
and it's going to be in Allen Commons. That's where it's planned to be right now.
Wow. I guess people will never know unless they went to Wilberforce before the Speedway, and they will never know the struggle. They better be appreciative of everything that is happening. Like it's exciting, but I tell you, if you didn't have a ride to town, you wasn't getting nothing to eat back in my.
Well, in the bookstore, we have some light snacks. We have ice cream. We have pop. We got chips. We got candy. If you got a headache, I got some Benadryl in the leave. If your lips are chapped, I got some Burt's Wax.
Love
So
it.
we're trying to get a little prepared. In the future, we're going to try to have some already pre-made sandwiches so that after 7 o'clock when the calf closes, if they don't want to walk the speedway, they can just come into the bookstore.
And that, to me, that's probably safer because that 42 shuffle is the scariest thing. And I can't believe I used to walk back and forth like nothing. That 42 shuffle was just the street, but then we think about it as an adult, an older adult, it's like, wait a minute, we were walking across a highway.
Well, the good thing is we now have a crosswalk that was built so the students can push a button and supposedly the traffic is supposed to slow down.
Okay. Well, that's I'm telling you, it's funny because when I was going to Wilberforce, my parents would talk about, my mom stayed in Shorter and my dad stayed in Emory. So they would talk about their experience where they would go to My Beatties and different sites then. And so I was like, well, Mom, Shorter Hall was tore down, when I was in school. And so she was on campus when the fountain was moved. My parents, they graduated in 75. So the fountain was moved to the campus now, and they experienced that. So it's just, Wilberforce is that school. Now, I do have a question to ask you. Wilberforce used to carry a blanket that had all the historic things on it. It was like an Afghan. Are y'all going to get those back in the bookstore? Because I dropped the ball and I didn't buy that.
I need to see what it looks like so I can work on it.
Got it. I will definitely call somebody to have one. And every time I see one, I'm like, I messed up.
If I see what it looks like, I may be able to get a couple of vendors to price them and we will see what happens. Like I said, the bookstore is growing, so we ask people to bear with us because we just opened it up in October. We opened it up the Friday of homecoming.
Oh, wow. That's exciting. Now, do you offer opportunities for entrepreneurs who may have graduated or alums that may have graduated from Wilberforce to sell items in there, or that's something they have to go through a whole different type of thing?
It has to go through a whole different channel, but I am in communications with 2 alum that have clothing lines. Awesome. And I'm just waiting on their quotes, and I've already seen the designs. I'm just waiting on their quotes. I really want to try to get it in so that we can have it by Dawn Dance.
Whoa.
And there were 2 things that I did forget to mention. We have designated 2 buildings, one for digital design, and then another building for performing arts.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry, the digital design and performing arts are the one building, and then the other building is designated for engineering.
Wow. Now that's a big step.
As soon as we get the funding, we'll be on the way with renovating those 2 buildings. That's awesome. For those 2 programs.
That's definitely awesome. Now I do, you say engineering. So that means the engineering program at Wilberforce is growing.
It is growing. Wilberforce has a lot of engineering programs, and our new president, he's trying to bring a lot of them out of hibernation. But currently we do offer computer engineering and electrical engineering.
That's awesome. Now, what about, you said performing arts. Now, I know I was in the choir all years. I was a soloist for the Wilberforce University choir. Have they rejuvenated that program to where it is back to touring in the spring and doing the annual conferences in the fall and things like that?
Well, actually, we just brought our music program back 2 years ago. So, and with bringing it back, we brought our choir back. We have a new choir director, Ms. Jasmine Cooper. Awesome. We have a brand new band that's in year 2. And when I say in year 2, we have over 140 members in our band. And that's run by Dr. Virgil Goodwine.
Yes, I've heard the band, and actually last year the band was in New Orleans, and I used to teach in New Orleans, and all of my friends who were at the Zulu Parade was making sure that I seen Wilberforce band. They was like, "Look, this is your school." So I was excited for them. They had an actually stellar season, And I have some scholars that I have mentored that are actually in the band, and I have some that are trying out. So I wish them much success in their band tryouts. I know it's extremely hard when you get into collegiate level at wanting to do anything dealing with the arts, well, really sports, arts, or anything, because you're not just dealing with people in your backyard. You're going against, everybody, and that's really challenging.
Well,
So,
we'll take our band members, even if you don't know how to play an instrument. He's ready to teach you how to play.
oh wow, but that's good. That's really good. I mean, I think they do amazing. I know I came up there last year. They had a event where it was a whole bunch of high schoolers and dance teams, and it was really impactful because to see that many young people competing, it was no mess, no drama, and they left with big trophies. And then they still was
Mhm.
battling in the parking lot. I was like, oh my God, so they're gonna go home. So their drum lines were still going at it. I was like, these are high schoolers. They are not tired, but they did a
And
good job.
I did forget to mention we brought baseball back as well. We hadn't had baseball in 40 years.
Awesome.
Um, it was a partnership with the Cincinnati Reds.
Wow. So if my memory, I'm trying to go off of what I heard you say. You have baseball, volleyball, track,
No
basketball.
track, no track yet.
No track?
Not yet.
Well, they had, okay.
We're,
They had
wor-
track when I was there.
we're working on enhancing our athletic programs.
I see.
I believe we're going to do them two at a time.
Okay.
But we have men and women basketball, men and women cross country,
Wow.
men and women golf, esports, women's volleyball, women's softball. I mean, not softball, soccer.
Soccer. That's the new one. That's one of the new programs.
Soccer and volleyball are the new ones. And again, we have baseball.
Now, are there, I know I'm asking, are there any scholarships available for those sports as well? Or is just because it's new, it's not that available yet?
Scholarships are available for all of our sports. We even have a limited scholarships for our international students.
Oh, okay. Okay. So now I know I'm in Texas. Do you get many scholars from my neck of the woods? Or have you?
We will after you start recruiting and sending us some.
We have a college fair on Saturday. We have like 5 alum in this area. Most of the alum live in Houston. But, hey, I'll send you. If they go and they interested, I will send them your way, especially with the new enhancements and sports and campus life. Every time I go to the campus, it's like, wait a minute, this wasn't here before. So I'm always amazed. Now, what would it take to get in? What are the admission requirements? Now, I know they've changed since I've been gone.
Well, the admissions requirements are 2.0. However, if a student wants to be considered for an academic scholarship, must have a 2.8 and they must take the ACT or the SAT test. And on the minimum 18 on the ACT and the 860 on the SAT, along with the 2.8, will start making students eligible for the academic scholarships. And our academic scholarships range from $1,500 up to $1,200. I'm sorry, $12,000. Now, in addition to that, we are a UNCF school, United Negro College Fund, one of the 39 schools. We are a member of that. So there is a possibility for scholarships through UNCF as well. Like I said before, we do offer athletic scholarships as well. So there's plenty of opportunities. And our cost is only $23,798. That's tuition, room, and board per year. So we're going to provide you a quality education at an affordable price.
Awesome. You are correct. The quality education, even though at first, I must admit, Wilberforce was not my first choice because I wanted to be different than my parents, but I got there and I loved it. And now I do my best to instill that same love for the scholars I send there. So we have to take a short commercial break. And when we come back, I want you to tell us, because there's some upcoming events that I don't think you mentioned. Like you got one coming up this weekend in Cleveland, and then there's some other exciting things. So after this commercial break, We want you to tell us all about them.
Okay.
Are you interested in attending an historically black college or university? Hello, my name is Robert Mason. I'm president and founder of the Common Black College application. Our application allows students to apply to over 50 historically black colleges and universities at the same time for only $20. HBCU graduates have been some of the most renowned individuals in their respective fields since the late 1800s. In addition to that, our faculty and staff are truly committed to your success, and they have a vested interest in seeing that you do well. That, coupled with the academic rigor and the fact that you will establish lifelong relationships, are just some of the many benefits of your attending an historically black college or university. So if you're interested in completing the Common Black College app, visit our website at commonblackcollegeapp.com to apply now. Thank you, and get educated.
Celebrate the excellence of HBCUs with the HBCU Trivia Game. This board game provides an exciting and educational way to learn about notable alumni, historical events, sports news, and more. This trivia game is sure to be a hit and perfect for college-bound youth, alumni, and the entire family. Don't miss out on this opportunity to support, educate, and entertain Get the HBCU Trivia Game today. Go to hbcutriviagame.net to order.
Welcome back. Welcome back. So, if you've been paying attention this whole show, I had Mr. Burrell with me. He's still here, but let me see. Mr. Burrell, how are you doing? Are you still with us?
I am still with you. I'm doing great.
Awesome.
I noticed on one of those commercials, he mentioned the Black Common app. Wilberforce University, we are a member of the Black Common app.
Oh, that's 58. I think he's up to 68 schools for $20. We use it here with our scholars that are in a Better Chance for Youth Futures Inc. program. And I also tell some of the scholars across the globe, like, hey, go there, get in the portal, tell them you're interested. And sometimes you just might get your information pulled just because you are a stellar scholar. So I love it. So before we left, I asked you a question about some of the upcoming events that people can get like a preview of Wilberforce.
Oh, okay. Well, this Saturday, we're hosting a on-site admissions called the Bulldog Express in Cleveland, Ohio. It is an opportunity for students to come to Warrensville Heights Middle School, where we will have our admissions team there. We will also have our choir director and our band director there. So not only will we be doing on-site admissions, we will also be doing on-site auditions for choir and for band. And who knows, you could be lucky enough to not only get admitted into the university, but receive a academic scholarship or a band or a choir scholarship. In addition to that, on March the 23rd, we have our Bulldog Showcase. That is the same weekend as Dawn Dance. It is also the same weekend as the installation of our new president, Dr. Van Newkirk. For our Bulldog Showcase, it's going to be full of activities for you. You're going to have an opportunity to visit our campus. We have a brief morning session, then we will go out into breakout sessions based upon your academic major, our honors college, your campus tour. We're going to feed you. You get a chance to eat in our cafeteria. And then after that, we have our afternoon program. And our afternoon program is going to feature our Hounds of Sound band. It's also going to feature our cheerleaders, a couple of versions of our choir, and we're going to top it off with a Greek exhibition from our Divine Nine. The only reason it's going to be an exhibition because they have to get ready, because later that night is the actual Greek step show. So we want you to come out to either one of those events, get educated, get admitted, and then we'll see you enrolled in August.
I absolutely love it. I love it. Please take advantage of all these opportunities, especially the one in Cleveland. I was at the fair. I had the privilege of working with the Cleveland Alum Council, and it was such a good time at the Cleveland College Fair in November, I believe. So yes, if believe it's still at Warrensville Heights, that school is like the state of the art school. So please check it out. Do they need to register or can they just show up?
We do have a registration. We've been sending out emails and text messages to the students, but they can show up as well. Awesome. We would love. There's no limit. If 100 of you show up, 100 of you will be served on Saturday.
Now, do they need to live in the Cleveland area, or if they just say, for instance, they drive from Detroit, will they still be welcome?
They can drive from Detroit, Chicago, Toledo, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh. Whichever way they want to come, they can come there and we will take care of them. We will admit them and we will see them in August.
Love it. Love it. Are you, well, it's February now. Are you still accepting scholars for the winter quarter, like the January quarter, that cutoff is done?
Spring semester has cut off.
Okay.
One thing that I did, if we have any parents online and you're interested in going back to complete your degree, we have the RISE program for parents that have 60 plus credit hours. And it's a totally online program.
Love it. Love it. So how does that work? They just can have 60 hours towards any major or just 60 collegiate hours?
60 collegiate hours, and we will apply it to the general ed curriculum. And then from there, they will select from one of the 4 programs that's within the RISE program.
Awesome. Now, are there like certain concentrations that's only in the RISE program?
Yes, you have organizational leadership, criminal justice administration, health service administration, and I cannot remember the 4th one.
Hey, it's you did better than I would. I'm like, oh goodness. So that's amazing. I do have, now that I have educated several scholars, a lot of parents, I'm glad you did mention that, and I didn't think to ask that question. I do have a lot of parents who are intrigued and want to go back to school because, like you said, you see your kid going, you might as well go too. So thank you for mentioning that for me. Now, I know time flies when you are engaged in the conversation. And like I said, today's Walking Billboard School is the Wilberforce University, which I am the class of 2000. Got my shirt on. HBCU mate. I get like a shirt for every day, but today is Wilberforce Day. So I have Mr. Burrell with me. Mr. Burrell, is there anything else that you want to tell our audience as we leave out today?
I would like to say for those of you that are in the Cleveland area, close to the Cleveland area, come visit us Saturday. And for everyone else, come visit us on March the 23rd. And if you go to www.wilberforce.edu, that is where you can begin the process of becoming a Wilberforcian. Awesome.
Awesome. Now, take advantage of these programs. Mr. Burrell is, if y'all listening and watching and y'all work on campus, this is extended hours for him because, I'm already an hour behind and he's giving his time. So thank you so much for sharing all the information about Wilberforce and things that are coming up. It has been a wonderful conversation. I learned some new things. There are new buildings, new sports, new president, everything new. So I truly, truly appreciate you giving time to talk about my alma mater. And if there is any way that I can help, I can share things, please let me know. Drop me a line and I will make sure everybody know what you have coming up.
We really appreciate it.
All right. So it's been real. It's been a Better Chance for You Talk television show. And today is special because I have the Wilberforce University on and we are talking about admissions. And please take heed to all the announcements that was given. Till next time, we will see you later.
For inspiration, motivation, and the good news of Jesus Christ, look no further. The Daily Gospel Network has what you need. With more than 300 ministries from all over the country broadcasting every week, you're sure to get your dose of spirit-filled encouragement from the great programs on the Daily Gospel Network. Catch the Daily Gospel Network on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, all mobile devices, and the internet.
Tune in to A Better Chance for Youth television show with host Monique Robinson on the Daily Gospel Network, the television show dedicated to highlighting incredible students on their quest to change the world. Join us every week as we uplift the youth and help them on their journey to the bright future they deserve. Catch A Better Chance for Youth television show with host Monique Robinson on the Daily Gospel Network. Thanks for watching A Better Chance for Youth television show with your host Monique Robinson, the television show where we highlight incredible students in their quest to change the world. Join us each and every week as we uplift our youth and help them on their journey to the bright future they deserve. So until next time, God bless. From your friends on A Better Chance for Youth television show with your host Monique Robinson.